Yes,
Right,
cool.
let's do
Perfect.
3, 2, 1. We wanted to talk to a couple of people at ANZ UK that have had interesting journeys within their role or around the world. So you've obviously, you started in one office and then you are currently in a different office with a different job. So tell us about your journey. What role did you start in with ANZ UK?
Yeah, so I've played a variety of different roles in my time with ANZ UK. I guess even dating back to when I was a CRT working for our West Melbourne schools team back in 2016. And then I also went over to the London working as a teacher there too. So, but outside of that, obviously, when I got into the office in June 2017, I started working for our Northwest schools team as a consultant and spent about a year on the team there, working out in the west of London. I was able to come home, was lucky enough to spend a couple of weeks working in our Melbourne office before coming back to London, where I started in a senior consultant position on the South East London schools team. Spent about a year on that team working in the senior role before stepping into the team leader position. And in August of 2020, my partner Lauren and I moved back to Melbourne, and I continued in the team leader position for the South East Melbourne schools team this time, still in the South East. It's a passion for travelling, living overseas. My knowledge of the different global education recruitment markets, I thought the global opportunities team could be a great place for me, and then started in that position in June 2021. My current role, which I'm in today, I'm specialising in assisting educators with their journey from Australia to the UK alongside our global opportunities team. I'm highly engaged in this position. Each day I'm excited to come to work and support the team in the business. So really happy with where we're at, and yeah, excited about everything moving forward.
That's a lot of roles.
It is a lot of roles, exactly. Yeah.
What was the transition like from working for ANZ UK London to ANZ UK Melbourne?
Still came with challenges, of course. I did move home during the second lockdown in Melbourne, so my first 2 months of working with ANZ UK in Australia were all remote. And obviously in that time I was starting off in a new team leader position, this team leading a team which I hadn't met a lot of the guys and the girls in the team as well, which again threw up its own challenges. But the schools team leader group, the wider South East team, the entire schools team, and then just the broader company was super supportive with the transition and made it as smooth as possible as it could be, just given all the circumstances. So eventually getting into the office and seeing people in the flesh that I hadn't met made the world of difference. I guess for anyone starting off with the company, would really encourage to get into the office as much as possible.
So you're now in this role supporting educators with the transition overseas. What is your favourite thing about your job?
The thing I probably love the most is that what we do, I generally believe, makes a positive impact in the world and to people in so many different ways. An example being able to create career pathways for educators who can take forward steps in their teaching journey, and then they also make a positive impact in the classroom, which positively impacts students of today, which really just shows that impact of what we do on a day-to-day basis. I guess to summarise, there's an old saying that if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life, which really resonates with me very strongly. And I hope that everyone starting their journey with ANZ UK can draw that connection and their meaning to the role, or draw a meaning to their role and the impact that has on educators, schools, and communities, and also our wider team.
Tell us about, if you haven't already, a challenging period in your career and how maybe you overcame that.
It would probably have to be at the start of the pandemic, I think, back in 2020. And of course, we're just gone into lockdown. The majority of us were working remotely. All the schools were shut. International travel was pretty much cut off. So like everyone in our business, and I think so many businesses globally, were faced with the question, how do we keep the wheels in motion? How do we get everything ticking over? So I think how we overcame this challenge, there's lots of things that we did as a wider team, but I think together as a leadership team across the UK business, what really made a positive impact was starting doing daily huddles, where we're allowing for our team to remain constantly agile and adjusting to the ever-changing landscape.
Great values. Do you have a favourite value, Tyler?
So to choose a value, it would have to be relationships. So I think relationships are the core of everything we do and how we operate as a business. I guess being authentic, committed to helping others, is really what relationships is about. Valuing real over kind, valuing real and kind over being right, creating and sharing stories of impact, giving and building trust. So those are the core aspects of relationships. And I think it's important to add that, true relationships are built on, some core principles, honesty, integrity, and I guess, having sometimes hard conversations. So it's something which is really, aligns to my personal values. And I'm, proud in the sense that it's one of our, core values as a business.
And by the year 2025, our BHAG is 1 million placements to impact 30 million children. So what do you think's gonna get us there? Because that's obviously a massive goal. What do you think is the secret sauce in getting us there?
I think we've got to work within our guiding principles as well, which will be paramount to getting us there. So our guiding principles would be, our purpose, our values, our brand promise, and then, working towards that vision. So like if you look at our purpose, creating exceptional experiences in education. So if everyone in the business is always asking ourselves the question, will these decisions we make today, will that help create an exceptional experience in education? I think if the answer is yes, then we can move forward with confidence to 2025. Then you look at our values as well, our B grade values, and we want to be able to action these in a meaningful way and be the core of everything we do.
Well, thank you so much for your time, Tyler. I think your journey, along with so many others at ANZ UK, is super interesting because of, you've really worked across all the teams across a lot of the country. So it's really interesting to hear your perspective, but also just to kind of sit down and talk with you. So thank you very much and have a lovely afternoon.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Elise. Have a good day. I'll catch you.
All right.